powerful words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback and they find them and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Auburn.
And that's exactly what you wanted from this offense, man. Just breathe a little bit easier, created a little bit of space by getting that 1st down. Now I wonder, now does this open it up? Does this give us a chance now on 1st down, be more aggressive, more space on the football field, less concerned about maybe going backwards?
That's caught. It's Robinson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time when my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And the jet sweep is one thing. It's already hard enough to stop a guy flying across your face super fast. But then with the ability of the quarterback to pull that thing out, this is a play that requires incredible discipline to guard. And you can see the offense having success with it.
And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. On the move, it's Robinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus everything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the the state. Like, fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Russell. Finds a spot in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
Wants to throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Russell. It's complete to the left. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The lone back's got it. He's in open space downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A strike downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Preston. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Alabama.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Russell. Complete to the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 14 to Purdue. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient They don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
With the catch, it's Simmons. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Simmons. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
To the air on first down. Slings it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback keeper. Oh, better look out. Got the first down and more. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the...
There he goes! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. Fires it incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part,
snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Toss to the outside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, they're after him! And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle, it's Kane. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Kane. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get their quarterback down at the 26. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown Tide. He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Turning it on. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Kane. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Now, that's exactly your job when you're in defense. They're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
Third down play from the gun. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Wide open downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's got it out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the pummeling has started. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive, obviously.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
There he goes. Open it up. And we'll get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Purdue. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Timeout. Split backs here. Let's go. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Kane.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And and the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
42 Spider.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. The sure hands. It's Coleman. Breaks into the open. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So 1st down will open up the final period.
Cricket.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. The Tide will get the first down.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw 1 interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for room. It's Young. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got a man. It's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. On the move. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense defense makes a third down stop.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Simmons. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Kane. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Simmons.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrender, right? Like, they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Robinson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get them to the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
One more play to pad the stats. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires to the end zone. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.